All right, so get ready because today we're diving deep into something super important. How to systemize your business.
Oh, yeah.
But in a way that actually makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Like it's actually doable, even enjoyable,
Yeah.
And to help us with this, we're going to be drawing on some wisdom from Category 5 Universe.
Oh, yeah. They're great.
And trust me, they have really cracked the code on this.
Yeah, they have.
They've helped, I think, over 1,900 small businesses.
Wow.
Really get their operations like streamlined and tip-top shape. And their approach is so simple.
Yeah, it's amazing how they cut through all the noise,
Right.
Like the traditional system building process,
Oh, tell me about it.
It can be so
Nightmare.
convoluted. Like you're trying to assemble furniture with like a 500-page instruction manual.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But they've distilled it down into this like streamlined, practical method that anyone can use.
Oh, I'm already feeling better, less overwhelmed.
Good.
So, I mean, what's the big difference? Like, how do they...
Well, they use this hilarious analogy of a bad PowerPoint,
Okay.
crammed with clip art to describe the old school way.
Yeah.
Like, it's all about diagramming everything.
Right.
Value stream mapping, business model, canvas,
Oh, yeah.
Zooming in on every little detail.
Oh, my God.
And then creating these monstrous process maps.
Yes.
With fancy software and icons.
I know, right? And then, don't forget the work instructions.
Yeah.
Which are like 15 to 30 pages long. No one's reading that.
Who has time for that?
I know, seriously.
Especially,
small business owners.
Yeah, entrepreneurs, they're juggling a million things.
Right.
So that approach might work for like,
a big corporation.
Huge corporations, MBA programs.
MBA programs, yeah.
But it's just not realistic.
No, not at all.
For most people.
Okay, so then how does Category 5 Universe?
They have this 6-step method that's so much better.
All right, let's hear it. Let's dive in.
So, step 1
Yeah.
is brilliant in its simplicity.
Sure.
Identify a needy area.
Okay, needy area.
Yeah.
Love that. Tell me more.
So think about it as the part of your business that's incredibly valuable.
Okay.
But also like a constant source of frustration.
Yeah.
It's like that squeaky wheel, that keeps you up at night.
Okay.
So like, think about things like client onboarding.
Oh, yeah, client onboarding.
Right.
For sure.
A lot of people struggle with that, you know, trying to make a good first impression.
Right, yeah.
But also juggling all the paperwork and setup.
And all the setup, right?
Or it could be like service delivery,
your
sales conversations, content marketing, anything.
Anything that's essential, yeah.
That's, essential to your business.
Right.
But it feels like this constant struggle. And Category 5 Universe, like, they emphasize this, they say, you as the business owner, you already know what this is.
Yeah.
You live it every day.
That's so true.
Right.
I feel like we overthink things.
We do.
When the answer's right there. Staring at us.
So how do we narrow it down even further?
Okay, good question.
That's where step 2 comes in.
Right.
Pick a needy activity
okay.
within that system.
Okay.
So let's say your needy area is service delivery.
Okay.
Within that, you have all these activities like scheduling, client communication,
gotcha. Yeah.
Actual service provision, follow-up, like all that stuff.
Yeah, okay, so it's like zooming in on one specific part.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it starts to feel a little less like climbing Mount Everest.
Right.
And more like,
like a nature walk.
Manageable hike, yeah.
I like it.
And Category 5 Universe suggests prioritizing the activity that has like the biggest potential for improvement and value creation.
So one that's really going to move the needle.
Yeah. If you optimize this one, what's going to make the most difference?
Okay, that's a good way to look at it.
Right.
All right, so we've got the needy area, we've got the needy activity.
Okay, you got it.
What's next?
So now it's time to break down that activity into specific tasks.
Okay.
Like the nitty-gritty actions that need to happen.
Right.
And they call this clarifying actions.
Okay.
It's where the rubber meets the road.
Right, love it.
In building a system that works.
Gotcha.
And each task should answer the what, when, and who.
Okay.
What needs to be done?
Right.
When does it need to be done?
Gotcha.
Who is responsible?
Makes sense.
Right.
That's a clear roadmap, like no more ambiguity.
Right.
No more guesswork.
Yeah.
This reminds me of something else I know they talk about, like clear work instructions.
Yeah.
It's like having a recipe for each task.
Yeah. Exactly. They really champion that.
Yeah.
The power of work instructions to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, like, no matter who's doing the task,
Right.
the outcome should be consistent.
Yeah. Consistency is key.
Right. So it's like,
So it's like your secret sauce.
yeah, your secret sauce to maintaining that quality and consistency.
I like it. Okay. So we've broken down that needy activity
Right.
into these clear tasks.
You got it.
What happens next? We delegate.
Yeah.
Right.
You got it.
Because a system's not truly effective if it all relies on me,
Right.
the superhero entrepreneur.
That's a common misconception.
Yeah.
People think they have to do it all themselves.
Right.
But delegation is crucial.
Yeah.
And Category 5 Universe has this clever way of putting it.
Okay.
Imagine having a Netflix account
Okay.
and never sharing the password.
Yeah.
What's the point?
What is the point? You're right. You're right.
Right.
All right.
So it's all about leveraging your team and making sure that things run smoothly,
Yeah.
even when you're not around.
Okay. But delegation can be scary.
It can be.
What if I don't trust my team to handle it?
Right. That's a common fear.
Yeah.
And they address this beautifully.
They
They
do.
advocate for not just delegating tasks,
Mm-hmm.
but assigning ownership
Okay.
of like whole areas or systems.
Okay.
So it's like the difference between,
Okay.
hiring a babysitter and finding a mentor for your child.
That's a really good distinction.
Right.
So the babysitter kind of keeps things afloat,
Right.
but the mentor is really guiding
Yeah.
and empowering.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that.
And they highlight these 3 key elements of ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Responsibility for the tasks,
Okay.
the drive to continuously improve that area,
Yeah.
and the ability to like handle mistakes.
Yeah, that's important
Right.
to be able to fix things when they go wrong.
So it's about empowering your team
Right.
to really own their part of the business.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's great. But then how do we make sure that everything's still done the right way?
Right.
Even after we've delegated, that's where documenting comes in.
You got it.
That's got to be step 5.
Capturing your method is step 5.
Okay.
It's about making sure that the knowledge doesn't walk out the door
Right.
if someone leaves.
Oh,
They call this the bus factor.
the bus factor.
Yeah, like what happens if someone gets hit by a bus?
Oh, okay.
Are your processes documented well enough that
Yeah.
someone else can just step in?
Gotcha.
So they suggest using SOPs,
Okay.
recipes, templates, work instructions,
Yeah.
even software and AI
Wow.
to capture everything.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
It's like a business continuity plan,
Exactly.
but for everyday operations.
Exactly.
Okay, I love it.
So let's talk about step 6,
Yeah.
the grand finale.
Reaping the rewards.
Reaping the rewards. This is where they drop a bombshell.
Okay.
They claim you can systemize one area of your business.
Well, in just 35 minutes.
35 minutes or less.
That seems impossibly fast
It does, right.
compared to the traditional method,
Right.
which, let's be honest,
Yeah.
it would take weeks to create
Yeah,
those diagrams.
Right. I know.
Right.
Okay, so and here's the real kicker.
Okay.
They suggest taking the time you save
Mm-hmm.
from systemizing one area
Okay.
and reinvesting it into another.
Oh.
So it creates this like snowball effect
Okay.
of continuous improvement.
I see. So you kind of build on each success.
Exactly.
Right.
So in just 6 months,
Yeah.
your entire business could be running
Wow.
like a well-oiled machine.
That's amazing.
It is.
Okay. All right. I'm blown away.
It's pretty incredible.
It's incredible. Okay. Let's take a breath.
Yeah,
I've covered a lot.
we have.
What's standing out to you so far?
Well, I think what's hitting me the hardest is just how approachable they make this seem.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's not about becoming like
Some kind of, yeah.
a systems guru overnight.
Right, right.
It's about taking these like
Small steps.
small practical steps that
Yeah.
anyone can do.
That's what I like about it.
Right.
Okay.
And I think the focus on delegation and ownership is so powerful
Yeah, it is.
because it's not just about like making your life easier.
Right.
It's about like
empowering others.
empowering your team
Yeah.
and building a truly sustainable business.
That's a good point. Very good point.
Right.
I'm excited to unpack this even further.
Me too.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Welcome back.
All right. We're back and my brain is buzzing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so inspired
That is-
to actually tackle my own needy areas.
Yeah.
After going through Category 5 Universe's method.
It's amazing, right?
It is.
How empowering it feels
It is empowering.
to have a framework
It is.
to tackle something.
Yeah, that usually feels so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that really stuck with me was how fast they said you can actually write an SOP.
I know, right?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. That's like
That's nothing.
quicker than it takes me to choose what to watch on Netflix.
I know. Seriously. It's amazing.
It really challenges the idea
It does.
that documentation has to be this like
Big, long thing.
long drawn out process.
Right. So they're all about
Clarity
clarity.
and conciseness.
Get it done.
Get the information down.
Get out.
Get out. No novel writing required.
Exactly. And I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
It's all about like maximizing the impact,
Yeah.
but minimizing the time you invest.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's think about our listener for a second.
Yeah.
How can they actually put all of this into practice?
Well, I'd say first,
Yeah.
embrace the idea of needy areas.
Okay.
Like, don't be shy about admitting,
Yeah.
what parts of your business are causing you headaches.
Yes. Those are the opportunities.
Exactly.
Right. Like that's what we want to streamline.
Yeah. And you don't have to tackle everything at once.
Right. Right. Pick one.
Pick one.
Yeah.
And focus on that.
Make it your project.
Exactly. It's like leveling up your business.
I like that.
Yeah.
One system at a time.
One system at a time.
Celebrate the small wins.
Celebrate those wins.
Okay. So say I'm a listener.
Okay.
I've identified my needy area.
All right.
Now that.
Okay. Let's say hypothetically, your needy area is client onboarding.
Okay.
All right. So they would suggest breaking it down
Okay.
into specific activities like sending welcome emails, scheduling consultations, granting access to resources, setting up payment.
Okay.
All those initial steps.
Right. So each of those becomes its own little mini project.
It does.
Okay. I like it.
You got it.
But what if you're a solopreneur?
Right.
And you're thinking delegation?
Yeah.
I am the team.
That's where you have to get creative.
Okay.
Maybe it's not about handing off entire activities, but it's about utilizing tools and automation to streamline things.
Gotcha.
So could you automate those welcome emails?
Yeah.
Could you use scheduling software to manage appointments?
Oh, that's a good point. So delegation doesn't always mean having employees.
It doesn't.
It's about strategically using resources
Exactly.
and technology
To lighten your load.
to lighten your load. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
And even if you are a solo act now,
Yeah.
thinking about systems this way sets you up for growth.
Okay.
Because as soon as you do bring on help,
Yeah.
you've got clear processes in place.
So it's like you're building the infrastructure
Yeah,
before you need it.
exactly.
Smart. Okay. Let's switch gears.
Okay.
Imagine a listener
Yeah.
who's running an e-commerce business.
Right?
What might their needy area be?
I would say order fulfillment
Okay.
is a common pain point for e-commerce businesses.
Makes sense.
Think about all the steps involved.
Oh, it's a lot.
Right.
Receiving the orders.
Yeah.
Picking, packing, printing labels.
Managing inventory.
Managing inventory. Handling returns.
It can get really complicated.
It can get really complicated quickly.
Yep, right.
And any hiccup in that process
Yeah.
can lead to like delays, errors,
Unhappy customer.
unhappy customers. Oh, I'm already getting stressed.
I know, right?
Just thinking about it.
But imagine applying their framework here,
Okay.
right? Breaking down fulfillment into those activities and then breaking each activity down into tasks.
Right.
So, for example, under picking and packing,
Okay.
you've got tasks like verifying the order details, locating the right items,
Yeah.
using proper packaging,
Okay.
double checking addresses, like all of that.
So even something as simple as packing a box
Right.
becomes this well-defined process.
It does.
No more like scrambling at the last minute.
Right. No more hoping you grab the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And by documenting each step like that, you minimize errors.
Okay.
You speed up shipping.
Right.
And ultimately,
Yeah.
you boost customer satisfaction.
Customer satisfaction. That's the key.
It is.
Okay.
And plus, as your business grows,
Yeah.
you can easily train new team members
Right.
on the streamlined process.
Okay.
You're ensuring that consistency every step of the way.
I mean, it's amazing how these seemingly simple concepts
I know, right?
can have such a ripple effect
They do.
across your whole business.
Your whole business.
And it doesn't have to be this like
massive undertaking.
daunting, overwhelming thing.
Right.
It's about taking a step back,
Yeah.
analyzing.
What's not working, what's not.
Yeah, and then finding those opportunities to streamline.
And they really emphasize that.
Yeah.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
You just make the wheel spin a little smoother.
I love that. So whether you're a solopreneur,
Yeah.
small business owner,
Part of a larger team. These principles apply.
yeah, it's all about
Finding what works for you.
finding what works for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So for our listeners who are ready to jump in,
Yeah.
what's one concrete step they can take right now?
I would say take 5 minutes.
Okay.
Literally set a timer.
Right.
And just think about one needy area in your business.
Oh, yeah.
What's one small improvement you could make? Even just one task you could define more clearly.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
Just pick something and take action.
Exactly.
Love it. Okay.
Remember, even the tiniest tweaks can make a difference when you're consistent.
When you're consistent. Okay.
We'll be right back
We'll be right back.
to wrap things up
Wrap things up.
and leave you with some final food for thought.
All right. See you, Sam. We are back.
And I don't know about you, but
Oh, my gosh.
I'm feeling really inspired
I am too.
to go tackle some needy areas.
Yes. After learning all about Category 5 Universe's method.
Yeah. It's pretty cool how empowering it is
Yeah.
to have that clear framework.
Yeah. I love that they give you the framework.
Tackle something that's
Yeah.
usually so overwhelming.
Right. It feels overwhelming, but they make it so much easier.
Yeah, it's like they gave us the secret decoder ring
Yes, exactly.
for business efficiency.
I love that. Okay.
And I think one of the biggest things for me, one of the most crucial takeaways from their approach is that systemization isn't just about efficiency.
Okay. Yeah.
It's also about freedom and scalability.
Okay. Break that down for me.
All right. So think about it this way.
Okay.
When you have systems in place,
Mm-hmm.
you're not constantly putting out fires.
Right.
You're not reinventing the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can free up
Mm-hmm.
mental energy and time
Yes.
to focus on the things that you really enjoy.
Right. The stuff that lights you
The
up.
things that light you up.
Yeah. Like whether that's
Yeah. Developing new products,
okay, new product.
connecting with clients,
Yeah.
or just having more time for yourself.
Or just life. Right.
Exactly. So it's not just about working less.
Mm-hmm.
It's about working smarter.
Okay. Working smarter. I like that.
You can focus on the things that really move the needle in your business.
Right. High impact stuff.
High impact stuff. And scalability goes hand in hand with that.
Okay.
Because when your processes are defined
Mm-hmm.
and documented,
Yeah.
it's so much easier to bring on new team members
Right.
or expand into new markets.
Okay.
You're not limited by your own capacity.
Yeah. You've got a system
You've built a system
that can grow.
that can grow with you.
That's awesome.
It's like you've created a blueprint
Yeah.
for success.
And then anyone can follow it.
Right.
Okay. But I did have one question.
Yeah.
What happens when things change?
Right.
Because the business world
It's constantly evolving.
constantly evolving. So do our systems need to constantly be revamped as well?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And Category 5 Universe really emphasizes
Okay.
that systems should be living, breathing things.
Okay. Interesting.
They need to adapt and evolve
Okay.
as your business does.
So it's not about
Right. It's not about creating this
rigid structure.
rigid structure. Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
It's about finding what works
Yeah.
and being willing to adjust.
Okay.
So regularly review your processes,
Yeah.
get feedback from your team,
Wow.
and don't be afraid to make tweaks as needed.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to make tweaks as needed.
Okay, remember,
Yeah.
even small improvements can have a ripple effect
Okay.
over time.
I like that.
Don't underestimate
Small but mighty.
the power of those incremental tweaks.
Okay. Love it.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
what's one final nugget of wisdom
Yeah.
you want to leave our listeners with?
What's the big takeaway?
I think the biggest takeaway is that systemizing your business is a journey,
Okay.
not a destination.
Okay.
There's always going to be new challenges,
Right.
new areas to optimize.
And new things to figure out.
Right. But
Yeah.
by embracing this mindset of continuous improvement,
Yeah.
you'll be equipped to handle whatever comes your way
Yeah.
and build a thriving business.
I love it. So well said.
And remember,
Yeah.
you don't have to be a systems guru
No, you don't.
to make this work.
Right.
Category 5 Universe has shown us
Yeah.
that it's all about taking those small, practical steps
Yeah.
and building from there.
Building from there. So simple.
So simple.
I love it. All right.
So go forth.
Go forth
Dear listener,
and start streamlining.
even if it's just one small thing today,
Yes. One small thing today.
you'll be amazed at the difference it can make.
Okay. And until next time,
Until next time,
happy systemizing.
happy systemizing.